Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Friday, November 15th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's gonna open in about 6 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks like we are good to go here. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 4 hour, down to the 1 hour, down to the 30 minute, down to the 10 minute, down to the 1 minute. So as you guys can see here for the high-low, or for the lines that I'm marking up on the chart, I'm marking up pretty much all the untested high-lows since we're looking at high-low scalps as well. Now, so there's high-low scalps that are going to be marked up here. They're going to line up with liquidity, of course, but you guys can pretty much tell the difference for the most part. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, November 15th. It is 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. So I'll know the direction of the breakout shortly. So people are still making their win, so it's all good. Yeah, I'll know the direction of the breakout shortly, guys, in about a minute. Good news this morning at 5:30. It's a crazy candle right here. Retail sales. All right, so liquidity is getting touched right here. As price pushes up higher, there's further liquidity above. I'm just gonna clean this up. It's really been touched. So the direction of the breakout will be presented shortly. What else we got here? All right. Hey, Lila, morning. All right, guys, once this candle closes, we will have the direction of the breakout. Okay, so direction for the breakout today is going to be a sell. Actually, sorry, it's not. It's gonna be buy. My bad. Got that wrong. All right, we got market opening up in about 30 seconds. Morning, CJ. Yeah, it's kind of far up, but we'll see. All right, guys, we got market opening up in about 15 seconds. Direction for the breakout today is going to be a buy. We got market opening up in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is open. So let's see. Set up here properly.
Order filled.
Let's see. Got in a little. I got in like at a pretty good discount. So I got in at 43,717. So I'm just gonna leave my criteria up there and then I'll adjust it later if necessary. Yeah. So breakout's currently running right now. The move to the upside is kind of far though. So I'll watch it. But there's kind of where it's at. Let's go back to our main chart, markup, opening price right here. And we're not getting much of a direction here on open like we typically do. It's kind of like a slower movement. Breakout's currently moving in profit right now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to adjust it a little bit, but when price kind of goes up, I'm going to move my stop loss in profit because I got in for a bit of a discount. So my breakout's currently in profit about 50 points. Let's see where the 50-point mark is. That's the 50-point mark right here. Let's see what the 70-point mark is. There. And I want to see what the 80 mark is. I'm just marking up little areas where I might be moving my stop loss in profit or like where I'm going to be looking to possibly move my stop loss in profit, of course. So I got in for a bit of a discount. My entry was actually a little bit lower. We're currently at 50 points. If you guys like where you're currently at, I mean, you guys can close out or move your stop loss in profit. So I'm looking to see where I want to move it when it climbs up because we have like the news candle right here. I mean, price will probably come up and fill the news candle. So I think what I'll do is I'll let it kind of breathe a little bit. And as it moves up a little higher to like say like this area over here, I'll probably move my stop loss and profit closer to this area over here. Just to be on the safer side of things. Because, you know, today's Friday, a lot of uncertainty in the market, of course. There's just not very much direction. Like yesterday, basically. Not too much direction on open. It's kind of like all over the place for the most part. But I guess we'll see where this goes. So the breakout's still in profit right now. Right there. Got to the 50-point mark and then it kind of just bounced around a little bit. Looking at this here, let me see if there's any news for today. So there's news at 7 o'clock. It's medium impact, business inventories month over month, and retail inventories auto. It's kind of at 7 o'clock over here. If you guys want to take market flow V2s, there's one that just filled right now. It was at the 30 mark, like barely filled. came down, triggered that 30 right there, and then swung right back up. If you guys are looking to take another one, entry is still going to be right here around the 30 mark. If you're looking to take some market flow V2s. Yeah, there just isn't really much of a directional push. Here's a clean chart. I'm going to go to mark up some levels here just to kind of have an idea of where price is moving. This point right here. This point right there. So this looks like the current range right now. It's between the 43,800 price and 43,700 price. So it's about a 100-point range. Middle point right here is going to be about the 750 mark. You can see price. I mean, the actual range is down here, but the big range is obviously this whole area. So this here is the big range. And this down here is the what we consider the small range. You can see how price faked out above the 750 right here. Price pushed up, came down sharply right after, and then we'll see here if it pushes right back above it. Set an alert over here so I know where that TP mark is at. Above this point over here though. So it's a bit far up from where price is currently at. There's just not much volatility, guys. Right now the ATR is currently at 24, so it's not super heavy. So if you guys took this entry right here for the market flow V2, looks like it already hit TP right there. Pretty quick move. It looks like it came down, filled it, shot all the way back up. And if you guys want to enter again, it's still going to be right there at the 30 mark. I'm just waiting for some direction here. There's not very much direction at the moment. Looks like price is climbing back up. Here we go. It's pushing back up to the area. I was hoping this would be a quicker push, but it looks like this might linger for a little bit. So I think this is going to push up, but it's going to take a while, which will probably allow us to take another scalp here along the way. I just don't like how these candles have like all these big wicks. So what I'm looking for here is, or for the most part, what I was looking for here, this market flow V2 already hit full TP, guys, if you guys took it. If you guys want to take another one, it's going to be in the same spot. So there's still opportunities right here for another one. Let's put this over here. So there goes the market flow V2. But like I said, I'm just kind of waiting for this here to establish a direction before I like get into anything here. And then there's a pending sell signal here as well. So I'm probably going to wait for maybe like a V1 variation or something like that. If the sell signal here closes, there's no entry there. But again, there goes another market flow V2 they just filled. You guys are looking to take it. I'm looking for some direction here though. So in order for me to take these directional moves, I need to have some sort of confirmation like this. Right now, we kind of just have a choppy movement. We have price going back and forth. So if price keeps going back and forth like that, ideally I'm going to be looking for like V1 variations. So it looks like this market flow V2, the second one just filled. It's on its way to full TP right there if you guys took it. There you go. So two back-to-back market flow V2s right there. Or full TPs if you guys took those. Again, they're just kind of tricky because the direction here isn't really established. Breakout still in profit, but you can see here it's just having trouble getting past this area. But it does look like it should continue to be bullish here. So two back-to-back full TPs right there for market flow V2. And we'll see what here's next. I haven't gotten into any of these scalps yet, guys. I'm still kind of just waiting for this here to move in a direction. I do think price will be bullish. Obviously, I want price to be bullish because our breakout here is for a buy. It's just kind of tricky right now, waiting for these here to establish. So let's see, the next entry for market flow V2 would happen. No, I'm gonna hold off on the scalps right now. I do think price is gonna push up, but I think I'm gonna hold off on the scalp personally because um man, these candles are just they're all over the place. So here's our clean chart. You can see things a little better. Like these candles have huge wicks on both ends. There's just no direction. Price is really just, it's a huge chop right now between this middle area. So I do think price is going to push up. Ideally, I want price to push up because our breakouts for a buy, but I'm not really comfortable taking any scalps here because there's just so much chop price going back and forth. I don't want to get caught in the chop. If I'm going to take an entry here, I'm going to look for a possible V1 variation or something like that. So again, if you wanted to fill again, it looks like that 300 price right here, or not 300, the 730 price where these market flow V2s keep getting filled. That's an area where price keeps bouncing from. Tends to bounce around that area. So, I mean, again, if you guys wanted to fill that again for a third entry, there's two market flow V2s that filled right there already, full TPs at the 730 mark. Another one over here would have filled again if you took it again. There he goes. Price starts to climb back up. Nice. Congrats, Will. So William over here just passed a 150K eval. Right. Great work on passing that, William. I know it's been a little journey for you. Now you got to stick to your game plan. You can't change things up now that you're funded again. Yeah, a little risky with the entries here, but I mean, they're hitting. So again, right here, another market flow V2 just filled. Another one right there, full TP. So three of them back to back right here for market flow V2s, guys. So the chop is okay for like if you're getting in at the proper entry, but you know, like I said, volatility here is just not very consistent. So we got liquidity sitting up here again. And we got this right here for a high-low scalp. So basically three back-to-back full TPs right here for market flow V2s. Breakout's still running in profit. It's getting back to that 50 price point. So it's at the 50 right there. And here it goes, it comes back down. So if you want to take a market flow V2, guys, the entry is going to happen right here on the 40 mark. If you want to wait for it to drop back down even lower, you can. But this is kind of where market flow entry would be. Sell signal right there currently pending. So I obviously would wait for that there to either close or not close. Because if the sell signal closes, then it's not going to be an entry for a market flow V2. You have to close that out for a small, either profit or a small loss, of course. So I'm going to look for a possible V1 variation if the sell signal closes. Move these out of the way. And this is why I was looking not to enter any trades yet, because you can see how this choppiness comes right back down. So price has came down quite a bit. Let's see if it swings back up from here. That sell signal did not close. Wouldn't be surprised if this here swings all the way back up. So even getting an invalid sell signal here would be ideal. So we have a V1 variation pattern right here, but the sell signal didn't actually close. So there's no V1 variation entry. There's a pattern right there. It's a double body rejection. That's a reversal pattern. So if that becomes the case, this here might just swing all the way back up with the sell signal there. So I was looking to see if the sell signal here would close. If the sell signal closes, this could be a possible V1 variation back to the upside. Let's see. See if I can ride this back up higher. So this would be a V1 variation to the upside.
Order submitted.
See if this here could swing up from where it's currently at. I have I'm gonna have to use my laptop for this one. My mouse is currently on the other. Let's see if my trailing stop moves up. All right, my stop loss has moved in profit right there. Let's see, it closed out partial. All right, fully out of it. So I took that for a V1 variation right there. You guys can see, unfortunately, I got closed out for yeah, it is too choppy. So I was hoping it wouldn't close me out fully, but it's about to hit full TP right there for 30 points. Yeah, you guys saw my line right there. When you heard that cha-ching noise, that was when my stop loss got moved in profit. Yeah, it's too choppy. So yeah, like how it's moving right now, it's pushing all the way back up, but that was a V1 variation pattern that came up. Well, V1 variation to the sell signal came up right here. So there's a couple entries here that came up so far. 6Z. I'm just gonna call you Sig, okay? Because I don't know how to pronounce your username. Sig ZK. Yeah, I was in a position there for a V1 variation. There's about 4 entries that came up right here. And then we're currently still in our breakout entry over here as well. So yeah, a couple entries right there. But yeah, when you asked, I was in that position right there for a variation V1 variation, which hit full TP. I got up for a partial though. When I take these scalps here, guys, I go in for a 30-30 TP stop loss, but my trailing stop moves up at 10 points. So I got out at around 10 points. Yeah, we got price over here climbing back up. CZIC is asking, or would you execute visible? So the accounts are separate. For the breakout entries, I'm taking those on a different laptop for the hedge accounts. Those don't show up on my trading view. The scalp show up on my trading view though. So my scalp entries will show up over here on my trading view like it did right now. But for the breakout entries on the hedge accounts, they don't show up on here because they're not linked. You can only link one account to trading view at a time. So I have my Apex accounts linked on here, but I don't have the hedge accounts. I mean, that'd be nice if I could do both, but yeah. All right, so we're still in the middle of this chop, guys. There's not really much going on. Like I said earlier, price is kind of just ranging between this middle area right here. There's just not really much going on here. I was hoping we get some direction, but again, price is just sitting down here. Let me go over here to our SR chart and see if there's any zones here that I can mark up, maybe giving us a better picture of like what's really happening on the chart right now. So support zone right there. Distance zone right there. Not really too much. So here's our SR chart. As you guys can see, it's pretty much just like our clean chart. So we got a couple of zones right here where price is, for the most part, just sitting right down the middle right here. It's kind of sitting between the 755 and the 690. Looking over here on a clean chart, same thing. It's between the 750 and the 700. So you can see there's just not really much to work with as price goes back and forth between this area. But the scalp entries have been hitting pretty often. We had 3 back-to-back or 4 back-to-back wins here. We had a market flow V2 for a first one right here, second one right after it, third one right after it, and a V1 variation for full TP. So the scalps here have been hitting for the most part pretty smoothly. Just a heads up, guys. I know a lot of people have been asking if I'm ever going to mentor again. Good news is I am going to start mentoring again. I've been getting a lot of questions, mainly from like friends and family. So since I'm going to be doing it for them, I'll be doing it for the general public as well, at least for the time being. So if you guys want to be mentored by me, if you want me to hold your hand and show you everything from A to Z, I typically don't do this. Like I don't really teach beginners, but since I'm going to be teaching other beginners, I don't really mind doing it for the public as well. So if you guys want to be mentored by me, you just need access to the strategies and the indicators. Our main focus is going to be the strategies and the indicators, but if you have something specific, like you want me to teach you or help you improve on your own trading style, strategy, whatever it may be, I can help you with that too. I've been trading for a long time, so although I focus mainly on my own trading style, which is trend trading with momentum, I can trade pretty much any style, or I can help improve on any style if that's what you need help with. So yeah, if you guys want to be mentored by me one-on-one, or in a group setting, it's just really up to how you want it. I'm going to do group mentoring sessions pretty much every week like we used to before. And I'll also be doing mentoring sessions one-on-one as well. If you guys want access to that, just go to our website. The website's kodikaitrades.com. Click on strategies right here. Just having access to the strategies and indicators, and we can go from there. Timeline for that is probably in 2 weeks. So probably the week after next week. I'm going to be out of town this weekend. So just a heads up, guys, no trading on Monday. So I know most of you guys are here right now. I just want to give you guys that heads up right now before I forget. So no trading on Monday. Unfortunately, the time difference in Chicago is a little off. So I thought I would be able to trade because my flight is at 10, but it's 3 hours ahead over there. So it's going to be around the live session time when I am flying back home. So unfortunately, no live session next Monday, guys. Just a reminder, I'll try to put a message in the chat to remind you guys again. Yeah, my flight's at time of the live session. All right, so there's still no movement here, guys. Price is still going sideways right here. I'll just leave it at the clean chart for right now because you guys can see here a little better. There's too many markups on the markup chart, and it wouldn't really matter because there's no scalps for us to take there anyways. Yeah, there's just not much to take here or do. Nick is asking, what does your trailing trigger at again? So it triggers at 11 points, Nick. At 11 points, it'll trigger, and then it'll move my stop loss and profit to 10 points. Sizik said, not gonna lie, a bit confused. Well, yeah, it's your first day here, so of course you're gonna be confused. You don't know what we're doing. He said, I can't see your entry price, stop loss, or TP. It was because I was already in the position. So later after the session season, go back and review the live session. So this live session will be available for you to review. Just review the live session. When we got into the V1 variation position, you'll see the TP stop loss was set up on the chart. I mean, it was right here in front of you too. The TP stop loss was like literally right here. And then on top of that, it was on the chart as an active entry. So just go back and watch the replay. This is your first day here, so you're not going to get everything right away. It's, you can't just join into something and understand what the strategies are or anything like that. If you want to learn the strategies, go to the website, click on unlock your free access. This is what the course would look like. This pretty much covers all the entries and the strategies that we cover on these live sessions. Basically, every strategy I've covered for the past 8 years on these live sessions. The more common strategies that we've been applying are going to be up here, of course, up top. If you go down lower, there's a lot of strategies down here that you can look at from the past. But for the most part, everything that we apply here on the live session is going to be over here under module 4. Module 4 for the main strategies. And I mean, depending on like which strategies you want to look at, there's like a whole bunch of strategies here to look at as well. So it's your first day, bro. Baby steps. You're not going to know how everything works. You're not going to know how all the strategies work. Yeah, I guess I'd say over the weekend, just go and review everything so that you can understand. And well, I think that the biggest way to really understand how the live sessions work is just review the live sessions. So you're on the YouTube channel right now. Just go to the YouTube channel. Let's see, youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. If you go to the YouTube channel right here, go to live, and then just watch the previous live session. So watch yesterday's live session, this live session before that, the one before that. You can see over here, I've been trading live every day for about 6 to 8 years now. So I have about 1,800 live session videos that you can review. Yeah, the best way to learn from it is just to go back and review those. And then if you want to learn the specific strategy requirements, go to the course or the website and look there as well. And that's where you'll see most of the information. Damn, this thing's dropping kind of hard right now. Let me check on the breakout. So breakout over here might hit stop loss. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, the breakout might hit the stop loss for today, which is fine. We're still in profit for the week because yesterday was a pretty big win. I was tempted to move my stop loss in profit when it was like way up here at the 50-point mark, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I mean, it's still live right now. I'm still in the breakout at the moment. Like I said, I'm not taking any scalps until we have some direction. But my breakout is still running. Big spike to the downside right there. You see if there is the next level is pretty far down. It's right here at the 650.
Stop filled.
All right, so on some of the accounts, stop got filled. On my main account here, it's still on. No, I got stopped out. All right, so breakout for today unfortunately hit stop loss, but the we're still in profit for the week. So there we go. We just had a choppy market today. Unfortunately, you know, if we did the 50-50, it would have hit TP, but that's not how I'm running things right now. I'm doing the 100 to 50. So I was tempted to close out right here. You guys can see the line where it was at. I was waiting for price to push up a little bit higher and then move my stop loss in profit to that point. But unfortunately, we just have a choppy market today. So today's still a pretty good day overall. So we had 4 back-to-back scalps here that hit full TP. The breakout over here, unfortunately, did not hit TP. It triggered the stop loss down here. I'm going to be super annoyed if it swings right back up from this area, though. We got to a 1-to-1. So basically, price pushed up about 50 points to a 1-to-1 right here. And then it started getting super choppy, and then it came right back down right here. And then it looks like it might be swinging back up, but it's all good. Can't win all the trades. Yeah, I just got to stick to the game plan. The game plan is using 100 TP 100 TP and a 50 stop loss. This way it'll kind of balance out in the longer run. So here, let me go and just take, this thing is so messy here. I was gonna let me bring these to the front. So let me just screenshot this real quick. I'll screenshot everything here just so that we have an idea of like what was taken today. Or let me screenshot this first. Yeah, it's dropping lower. I was hoping we have some direction today, but no, it was pretty choppy. So unfortunately, stop loss for the breakout today. The week overall has been great though. So week overall is great. All of our accounts are in profit for the week. So there goes a stop right there for that one. Let me screenshot all of these accounts right here. Making adjustments on here. Okay. So put this over here. This one. So there's still no confirmation of direction. So I'm not looking to take any more scalps yet. I'm gonna wait until there's obviously more direction, but we'll go from here. So here is my all right. I'm gonna turn off this laptop. This laptop is done with for the week. So shutting down my hedge laptop. So there goes the breakout entry. Unfortunately, it didn't hit TP, it hit stop loss. We're still in profit for the week. So for the day, loss, but for the week, we're in profit. You can see over here, it's all in green. So it's still a great week so far. Looking over here at the scalps, and I'm not taking any entries here yet, guys. There's news right here at 7 o'clock. Let's see if the news kind of screwed with price. No, the news is actually positive. It was just a lot of pre-news manipulation right there. So the drop right here started happening right before news right here at 7 o'clock. The news was positive, so this thing shouldn't be dropping. Unless there's anything else happening in the news right now that's causing price to drop like that. Let's see. I don't really see anything here. But it seems like the move right here. So usually when news happens at 7 o'clock, the move starts to happen 10 minutes before. So over here at 7:50 or 6:50, this is where price started to drop super heavily. So you can see this is a pre-news reaction. There's no other catalyst here really dropping price down. But anyways, that was the movement from news. And then looking at this right here, this is going to be the scalps that we took today. Two plus E1 variation. All right, so those are the scalps that we took right there. And let me take a screenshot of that. So my scalp accounts are pretty good. There's no losses on my scalp accounts this week. So Discord. I'll see if I'll take another scalp, but right now it's just there's just not much direction. All right, so here are my accounts for the week so far. So here are the hedge accounts for the breakouts. We're still in profit. So today was a loss, unfortunately, but it was still pretty much we're in profit overall for the week. Looking over here at the scalps, here are my scalps. So currently I took a partial off the V1 variation. It hit full TP, but I ended up moving my stop. Well, my stop loss automatically moved in profit. And it closed me out right here for 10 points versus the 30 points it was supposed to hit. My weekly P&L for these accounts here for the scalps are 2,700 per account. So it's been a pretty great week so far. If I don't see anything good here, if I don't see much direction, I'm not going to force any trades. I'm pretty happy with my performance for this week so far. So we'll keep looking for entries, but like I said, I'm not going to force anything here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat. Otherwise, we will look here to see if price starts to move any further. If it doesn't move, then we will we'll probably wrap this session up a little early today. It is Friday. As you guys know, Friday is like a trickier day for the market. We're currently switching to a bearish trend right now, which is completely fine. We just need to see how this here starts to react, if it actually continues to drop or if it swings back up. So you can see over here, price broke and closed below the sessions and the liquidity right there. So we're going to see how price reacts to this area because this is an area of manipulation. This is the Asia low. We'll see if price swings back above here and then climbs back up to the opening price. That's like one scenario. The other scenario is price continues to fake out around this area and it drops lower, right? So in order for me to take some entries here, I need to see a confirmation of a retracement. So retracement and continuation. Otherwise, there's just no need to force any trades here, of course. I'm just going to follow through and see if, if any of these actually go in one direction or the other. Otherwise, price might just sit here for a while. So the best case scenario, so these are the two best case scenarios. Best case scenario is price fakes out, comes back up, right? If that's the case, we can look for some buys. The other best case scenario is price breaks and retests around this area and continues dropping. Worst case scenario is price just stays within this area because if that becomes the situation, then there's not going to be any entries for us to take, right? You would have to wait for like price to actually move from this area. So we want price to push away. We don't want price to sit here. We want price to push away to the downside, or we want price to push away to the upside. If we don't get that, there's not really much entry here. You just got to be cautious because you can see what happened over here. Price was in this chop, and price can easily go back into the chop right here, which is not really the best case for trading, especially on a Friday. Let's see, Jason said Powell did talk about some rate cuts. I see it pop up on his trading view. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't see any news today, so I don't, other than the news from this morning at 7 o'clock, I don't really see anything else that would cause price to plunge down like that, especially because it's been going sideways for so long. But I mean, it happens, it's just how the market is sometimes. Ideally, like for the breakout over here, I was looking for price to push up past this this wick. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. All right, so looking back at where I was mentioning, guys, price has not gone anywhere. So I'm not going to force any trades here. I'm going to wait for some sort of direction. If there's no direction here in probably like the next 15, 20 minutes, then I'm probably going to wrap up the week. The good thing is that we're profitable for the week. That's, the main thing to look at here. And that's the main goal every week, really, is to close out in profit. So let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Kevin said a triple confluence. Oh yeah, so there was a triple confluence that came up right here. I didn't even see that, Kevin. I think that's going to hit our stop, for the thing. Yeah, it did. I wouldn't have taken that triple confluence because it would have went against our breakout right there. It was a big red candle right here. I was looking for that fake out and swing back to the upside. Nick said, just realized I have an eval pass and waiting to turn into a PA. I got so focused on the rhythmic Sierra chart side, totally forgot I had a TradeVate account left. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, those news moves that we were looking at before, Nick, they're not really hitting anymore, huh? Like the news has been super choppy lately. If you saw the news over here at 5:30 this morning, it was retail sales. This thing was super choppy. It's easy to get chopped out when doing those news moves. I haven't done it because I don't need to, but I've just been kind of following it because other people have been trying it. And every time I look at it, it like becomes such a crazy chop. Does it happen with MQ too? I'm pretty sure it happens with MQ as well. Yeah, this chop, like huge, well, not even a chop, I'd call that a whipsaw. That's been happening pretty much for every news event. I feel like during the summer it was pretty smooth. You can just catch the spike, one direction or the other. Now it just whipsaws back and forth. All right, so we got price coming back lower right here. We may have possible opportunity here for a breakout V3 continuation if anybody is looking to take that. So if the candle here closes red, this could be a possible breakout V3 continuation. This candle here is not closed. It's got to close like for sure. It's for sure has to be a red candle. This candle here is kind of bouncing back and forth. I wouldn't take this as a breakout V3 continuation because what could happen is at the last second it can flip up to the green and it's not going to be a breakout V3 continuation. It's got to be like a for sure red candle, which it's not. So no breakout V3 continuation there. Breakout V3 continuation would be this one right here. Sell signal, following red candle. That would be an ideal breakout V3 continuation. All right, looks like price is going to chop around here at the sessions. Not too much to look at. Oh, you're right, Daniel. Yes, Daniel said this was another triple confluence as well. Did it hit TP already? Did, all right. I think it hit for 10 points, I'm assuming. So it didn't hit the 30. I mean, it's still running. So it did hit the 10 points right there. Damn, I didn't even see that as a triple confluence. I wasn't paying attention. So it's coming back down right here. It could probably go down and hit the 30 still. I'm not going to FOMO into this trade. It's too late. But yeah, if you guys took the triple confluence right there, there was two of them that came up today. We haven't seen these triple confluences in a while. So there's one right there and there was one right here. Same one that Kevin saw earlier. So again, guys, if you guys haven't refreshed yourselves on the strategies, I do highly recommend you go back to the course and just look at the strategies. You know, I provide all my strategies here completely free. You don't have to sign, like you don't have to pay for anything to understand the strategies. You just go to the website, kodikaitrades.com, unlock your free access. If you want to look at the triple confluence, it's a little farther down. Obviously, it's one of the older strategies. So yeah, you guys scroll down a little further, but you can review pretty much all of the strategies here. If you go here to KT Trade Scalp Strategies, triple confluence is right there. Yeah. This is available to everyone. So if you want to see how I trade, you want to understand how my indicators work, you want to understand the strategies that we're looking at on these live sessions. Like if you're not familiar with what triple confluence is, what everybody's calling out right now, like Kevin called this triple confluence over here. This was a triple confluence full TP. And then there was another one right here that's still currently running. This was a partial TP. The full TP is still running, but same strategy. This strategy comes up very rarely. It comes up like maybe a couple times a week. When it does come up though, it usually hits. So we had the sell signal that breaking flows past the structure. We had a bearish trend. Price is coming back down further. I just don't like the market conditions right now because there's just so much chop. Like I said earlier, I was waiting for price to come down. This is a confirmation that we were looking for. So ideally, I'd want this to happen. And then from here, I'd look for some more entries as price continues to come down lower from here. But yeah, two triple confluences right there. Yeah, also, if you guys are new here, if you guys are new, I know there's a lot of new people here. There's so many strategies here to look at. I mean, they're all very similar. So like once you understand like two or three of the strategies, you'll understand that like everything here is pretty much, they all kind of flow with each other. So if you want the directional strategies, obviously they're right here, the main ones that we're using, and then scrolling down further, you got to go down to like the 2.0. Because I think I've updated this I mean, it's been a long time. This course has been up for like 8 years. So like every time something new comes up, I just update it with something new. And then if we go for a full revamp, like if we have specific strategies that we kind of just focus on, then it just moves up to like a 2.0 or a 3.0. So it looks like this over here is just going to be a partial, it looks like, for the 10 points, which was, I mean, immediately on the following candle. We'll keep looking for some more entries here, but like I said, I'm not really looking to take anything here. I'm pretty satisfied with my trading performance for this week. I'm gonna close out this week in profit, so I don't really need to force any trades here. I just don't like the market conditions. You can see over here, there's a lot of fake outs. Price just keeps going back and forth. Like this huge green candle right here. Where does this even come from? It is Friday, so we're used to seeing unusual price movement on Fridays. The reason why we get a lot of this on Fridays is because people are either closing out of their positions for the week or they're entering positions to hold over the weekend. So you get a lot of chop on Friday. Usually Fridays are not very directional. And you can see here prices climbing all the way back up. All right, so let's see if we have anything here. Gotta move this over. It's not in the way. All right, guys, not really seeing too much here. There's a V1 variation that just set up right here to double body rejection. The only problem is that it's at the sessions right there. So I'm not going to take that entry, of course. It's a red flag. If you guys want to take it, it's currently running right now. But like I said earlier, this is just an area of manipulation. I don't like trading around these purple lines, red lines, or green lines. You can't really see the others here. Well, you can see them up here. So scroll up a little bit. The green line over here is going to be the New York low. And then let's see what else we got down here. I don't think the London session. Where's London session at? Dang, that's crazy. That's weird. Hmm. I wonder why the London session high is like so up high. Like price didn't actually go that far. Yeah, for some reason the London sessions are like way off because the London low is actually right here, and the London high is right here. I think the news price kind of screwed it up. All right, so anyways, back to the entry here that I just mentioned. Looks like it hit 10 points. So if I was to take that entry there, my stop loss would have gotten moved in profit to the 10-point mark. So we get another V1 variation right there. It looks like I would have gotten stopped out for partial, just like the triple confluence over here. I'll just put this up here. Again, if you guys want to review these strategies and understand, what these strategies are, I'm putting the names here so that you guys can pull them up on the course in the future. So for today, we had 3 market flow V2s that came up. We had one V1 variation for full TP right here. We had 2 triple confluence full TPs, or 1 full TP, 1 partial, and then 1 partial V1 variation here. So the reason I'm putting partial here is because whenever I enter an entry, and if you guys don't have this, I mean, most of you guys are using NinjaTrader, but I have mine set up to a 10-point TP stop loss. So basically what happens here is, say, for example, I enter a trade. Say, for example, I enter a trade here, right? My trade is always going to be set up like this. So automatically my TP stop loss is going to be set to 30-30. But whenever price reaches 10 points, whenever price reaches this point here, or 11 points actually. So whenever price reaches 11 points, my stop loss gets moved in profit to that 10-point mark. So I basically guarantee 10 points, or I can go for the full 30. So if price retraces back, I get stopped out in profit, or if price doesn't retrace back and climbs up higher, I get full TP. And that's how my trailing stop works. That's why I mark these up as partial sometimes, because similar to the entry from earlier this morning. So earlier this morning, I took this V1 variation right here. I took the V1 variation. I was supposed to make 1,500 if it hit full TP, but because my stop loss got moved in profit, it only closed me out at about 480. It's supposed to be 500, but there's obviously slippage there when your stop loss gets moved in profit. So that's why some of these will be partial, while some of them will be full TP if they actually fully hit. Yeah, exactly. Nick said all the strategies fall in line with each other. Nick said, I'm trying to jog my memory and remember that entry I figured out for before momentum signal flashes. Not sure, unless you're talking about the momentum divergence. So there's actually a lot of momentum divergences here that came up. I just haven't really been following it. The momentum divergence is a little harder to follow because it happens so quickly. It might be that one, Nick. This market got me lazy. I'm like out of it now. So anyways, let's go back over here to the clean chart so you can see things better. Let me put on the sessions real quick. I don't know what's up with trading view today. Trading view is kind of laggy. Here, let me see if I can save this up. Usually doesn't take that long to load up the sessions because it's a very simple indicator. Okay, so like I said earlier, guys, this area where this purple line is, this is where a lot of manipulation happens. I was telling you guys earlier that I'm not really looking to take entries until it either comes down below and keeps dropping, or if it comes above and reverses to the upside, right? We don't have that here. Price is just being choppy within this middle area. And this is not the type of market you want to trade in. Like you don't want to trade in the chop because that's literally what happened here earlier. This is why we lost the breakout because price was just stuck in the chop. I could have easily pulled out for 50 points, but the chop here is just it just messes up any entry. If you're looking for a directional strategy or I mean a directional entry, the chop here is not going to be your friend because in order for you to hit these directional entries, you need price to actually move directional, right? Like for the breakout today, we needed price to climb up higher. But that didn't happen. Price here just went sideways and then it ended up breaking out to the downside. Same with this right here. Price is going sideways. In order for you to take a directional move, you need price to actually climb up and climb up higher. Or you need price to come down and climb down lower. It doesn't matter which direction price goes. We can trade in both directions. The only thing here is that price is going sideways back and forth. And these are the conditions that are necessary for a directional strategy. If you want to take a sideways move, you guys can. But the problem with the sideways entries here is that price is stuck at the sessions, right? If we didn't have the sessions here in the middle, then perfect. I would take trades from the top end. I would take trades from the bottom end. But because the sessions is stuck here, it's hard to get entries because you just end up getting caught in the middle. So even if I was to catch an entry up here, like for example, this V1 variation, this came up, but I wouldn't have taken it because it was at the sessions right here down the middle. So it is, that's a little annoying. So right here, there's a possible breakout V3 continuation setting up again. There's a sell signal here. The only problem is that it's right at the sessions. And then again, there's no breakout V3 continuation because there's no red candle right there. It was a green candle. In order for it to be a breakout V3 continuation, it would have to happen like this. There need to be a sell signal, red candle following it, continuation to the downside. We can get that here, so there's no entry for breakout V3 continuation. I know a lot of these strategies kind of sound similar. Like we have the momentum breakout that we take on open. There's a breakout V3. There's a breakout V3 continuation. Again, if you guys want to learn that stuff, it's all completely free on the website. Just go to the website, click on unlock your free access. If you want to understand that breakout V3 continuation, go to module 5, directional strategies, and it'll be right here, 5.1 breakout V3 continuation. And it'll give you all the requirements to understand that strategy. That's another favorite. That's one that I've been applying lately too. It's a good strategy. I'm kind of looking at like all the strategies. So you might have to jog your memory, guys, if you haven't been around for a while or if you're new. But like I said before, just review the live sessions, and then I'll try to put the names of each strategy on here. And then whatever names come up often, just look at the requirements for those strategies. And then when you come on these live sessions, you can see them come up pretty quickly. There's a lot of scalps that'll come up. Like for example, today there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 entries that came up. They all hit CP. So if you wanted to take any of these here, you could easily just scalp your way into like 1 or 2 wins. For me, I only have 1 win for the day, and I'm happy with that. Because for the week so far, I'm up a lot. If you add up the profits, so the profits for the week over here, 27,000. Let's use 27,000 times 20. So on my Apex accounts up 54,000. And then for the hedge accounts over here, not as much, but still decent. So we'll do 1,200 times 1, 8. 800 times 8. Then 400. Oops. 8 plus 400 plus 400. It's 1,200 plus. Okay, so profits from Apex accounts 54,000, and then profits for the hedge accounts 13,400. So overall for the week, just not a bad week. I was hoping we'd close some wins over there for the breakout for today, but unfortunately, market here was just a little too choppy for us. So again, there's nothing going on here, guys. Again, price is just sitting between this purple line here. Like I said earlier, this is where you don't want to trade. In order for you to look for some entries here, you want price to push away from this purple line. You want it to push away to the upside, or you want it to push away to the downside. Doesn't matter which direction it goes. You can trade in either direction, but right now, this is just not the area to be looking for entries. So if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. Otherwise, not really seeing too much here. Daniel was asking if anyone knows how to set up a trailing stop on Quant Tower. I've never used Quant Tower, so I'm not sure how to use it. But if anybody here does know how, I see him chime in for Daniel. The trailing stop is a pretty good tool. It's a good tool, especially for the scalp moves, because when the market's getting super choppy, it's better to get out and to just look for the next entry versus, forcing something or just holding on to something for too long. All right, not really seeing too much here. Johnny said high level momentum scalp hit for 10 ticks. Nice. Nice. So Johnny caught this one right here. There's a higher high. I think this one's a little tricky because of the sessions, but still a nice entry right there, Johnny. So I'll mark this up. Well, it's already marked up right there. Marked it up right there, and I'll put the strategy name there if you guys want to go take a look at that. That's the high-low scalp. It's technically a full TP because 10 points is usually what people go for on this high-low momentum scalp, but I'll just put a partial TP. Anything below 30, I'll just put partial, and then for the full ones, I'll put full TP. So a lot of scalp entries came up today so far. This is one of the directional, this is one of the sideways strategies. So looking at this right here, this is one of the sideways strategies that you guys can apply. Like I said before, we have a lot of different entries here. Like we have directional strategies, sideways strategies, breakout strategies. Right now, market's going sideways, right? So if price is going sideways like this, if market structure is sideways, you just have to look at the sideways strategies. High-low momentum scalp, consolidation variation, high-low scalp V2. And this entry right here that CJ and Johnny took was a high-low momentum scalp. Basically, the logic behind this strategy is you're looking for a high point, which is like the ceiling. The ceiling is the higher high. And then you're looking for price to swing back to the lower end. So price comes down to the middle point right here, breaks past pivots 1 and 2 with the sell signal. You're expecting price to push back down lower to the lower range. So that's the whole concept behind it. I mean, technically the 30 points is still running, so this could actually still go down for the full 30. But I would have partialed it out. Oh, God. That's how you know it's time for me to get off. I start yawning. All right. So it looks like this high-level momentum scalp will probably reach the full TP of 30 points right there. The target price point is going to be this lower area down here, the liquidity. So that's the target area for this to push down to. All right, not too much going on here. So, all right, guys, it's 7:30. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. If nothing happens here over the next 5-10 minutes, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. There's just no need to force any trades here. I know people are probably gonna get some FOMO, especially like this right here. I've seen a lot of people where they see this getting close to the TP and they just FOMO in late. Like you guys should never FOMO into a position once you're out of it, or if it's already deep in profit like this. So I've seen a lot of people where it gets close to this point and they're just like, oh, I want to get the last 10 points, right? Like that last little push right there. They end up getting into it and then it just ends up flinging the other way. So, and the reason why I'm saying that is because this year is moving so slow. Typically, these scalp entries are not supposed to run for this long. Whenever you guys take any of these scalps here, you can see most of them, they hit within like a minute or two, right? Like this one hit right away, this one hit right away, this one hit after like 4 minutes, this one hit after the second candle, this one hit after the first candle. This one here has been running for a long time. It's been running for about 11 minutes now. At this point, it's no longer going to be a scalp, it's going to turn into a day trade. So I wouldn't recommend entering this late like that. Let's see what else I got here. All right, Patricia. So Patricia's done for the day. Yeah. Good decision. I'm about to call it a day too soon. Just gonna make sure there's no other questions here before we log off. So again, right here, guys, I already marked this up as a partial, so the 30 points may hit, but I still identified it right there as a partial. So, all right, Patricia, we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Guys, just another reminder, no live session on Monday. I'm going to be out of town. I try to schedule my flights to the point where I can still go live, but unfortunately, I scheduled this one wrong. I forgot that Chicago is 3 hours ahead. So I actually scheduled it for Pacific time. My flight's like at 8. So I was like, okay, I could trade in the morning right before my flight, but it's 3 hours ahead. So that's actually live trading. I'm actually gonna be in the plane at 6:30 in the air. So yeah, guys, no live session on Monday, but we'll be back in full swing on Tuesday. All right, guys, there's nothing going on here. Looks like this here is probably just looking pushed down. If you guys are in this position still, I hope it does push down to hit your TP at least. But I'm not really seeing much happening here, guys. You can see over here. Let's go back to our clean chart. Let me turn off the sessions. Yeah, so right here, I mean, price is pretty much just sitting right down the middle right here. It's not really worth the risk for you to force any trades at this point. So I'm probably just gonna wrap it up. CJ said I'm done too. The breakout yesterday didn't make up for today's loss. I know, right? Plus, we did pretty good with the scalps. Yeah, the scalps from today were great. I mean, the scalps for the whole week were pretty great, as you guys can see here. This is pretty smooth. No losses for the scalps this week. And then obviously we had 2 losses for the breakout, I believe, but our win from yesterday, or my win from yesterday, covered pretty much all the profits for this week. Because yesterday I took the 100 points and I pretty much doubled it up. So. All right, I think that's it for now, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Lila said, love the scalps and thanks and wonderful trip to you. Thanks, Lila. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday, but I'll be back a little too late, so I can't do the mentoring session and I won't be able to get on the live session. So, all right, guys, enjoy your weekend. I'll be here on Tuesday. If you guys have any questions and you guys message me over the weekend, I'm probably going to take a while to respond. So just give it about a 1 or 2 day wait period if you do send me a message and I don't respond to you, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see all of you guys back here on Tuesday for market open. So, all right, guys.